Tapos biglang ngayon may ganito pala. So, medyo inconsistent talaga na, ba't ka pa tumakbong mayor? So, di ba yung mga, sabi, lalaya si Tatay Digong at magiging mayor natin. Paano pa hindi siya fit for trial? Lalong hindi siya fit for um, to be a public official and so forth. Kaya,
Yung cardboard niya,
medyo
yung cardboard niya,
inconsistent.
yung mayor cardboard,
Present.
very, very strong, very, ano, so, siguro to be fair, baka baguhin din nila yung cardboard. Baka,
O dapat payat. Ang huli kong rinig, payat, but glowing, okay? From
yung
Madam
glowing,
Zimmerman. Payat, but glowing. Tapos sabi ni Sarah, nagpatubo ng balbas. Si Kitty yata, patubo
yes.
ng balbas. Tapos mahaba yung buhok.
Aba,
So
artist,
parang
artist,
ermitanyo.
aba, ano siya, Ruben, ano, yung mga painter na siya, painter mode
O
sa
pwede. Iniisip ko nga, ano na ba itsura ni Pen Medina ngayon? Parang ganun yung ermitanyo look.
Well, I don't know about the hair and mustache of Tatay Digong, but let's talk about Bato. If you're Bato right now, how worried should you be? Nagtatago
Very
ka na sa
worried.
Senado for kasi ang nagwo-worry, ang hindi ligtas mukha sila J and J, 'di ba? May kinto.
Oh,
Yung J and J hindi na daw ligtas ngayon, medyo alanganin na sila. And I heard from my law firm friends, medyo malalaking law firm ang pumapasok, ayan na naman sila. But just when we thought lahat ng focus dito sa corruption scandals, fraud control, which by the way, Tatay Digong seems to be very updated about, he's very worked up about
mhm.
it. Ayan, bigla si Bato, nagdadrama na kahapon. Is it because he should be really worried that he's next in line? And again, walang kinalaman sa mustache and hair yan. Yung si Aguirre, yung isa pa na ano, I mean, because Aguirre, Bato's name, all are popping up, right? But there are like five, six others, di ba? So, should these people be worried na the warrant of arrest could come out sooner than later?
Yes, in Batos case, or wait, I'll start with Aguirre. In Aguirre's case, he's quoted because he made statements. And I think the ICC, kumbaga, found it pointless to redact the name. Ito yung sinabi niya, google mo lang mamatch mo lang kung sinong nagsabi niyan. And kumbaga, the Secretary of Justice said this in the context of, it's a DOJ which should have investigated. Eh di, walang mangyayari sa mga kaso mo or sa mga abuses and violations kung sinabi ng DOJ, sorry, ganun talaga the killings will really happen. Pero in Batos case, it's both a statement, so marami ding statements na ina-attribute sa kanya, and acts. Klaro doon yung naging role ng isang former PNP chief who used to be chief of Davao, and as the pre-confirmation brief, there's another document that you could read for more details. So sa pre-confirmation brief, wala ang pangalan ni Duterte ni Bato sa warrant of sa charges ni Duterte. Baka doon sa iba nagugulat, saan ba dito? Ganon. Maraming redacted doon. Pero in the pre-confirmation brief, it's like a story. That's the parang counterpart ng parang summary. Sa summary kasi sa proposed charges or yung document containing the charges, nakalagay doon, ito ang ginawa ni Duterte. Sa pre-confirmation brief, ito yung ginawa rin ng other actors. And they talk about at least 8 other actors. One of them clearly being someone who came from the DDS, naging Davao Police, and then later on naging National PNP. And then parang sinasabi nila, ito yung hudyat na maging nationwide ang Davao style. There's no other person na pinatutungkulan yan kundi si Bato de la Rosa. And I will be shaking in my boots kasi the warrant, hindi lang ako nagsasabi nito many others, at even a layman who reads the documents will say, oo nga no, they're two sides of the same coin. The war on drugs, as bloody as it is, would not have been possible without Bato and without Duterte. Kung hindi yan ang magkatandem, baka iba yung kinalabasan.
So papunta na tayo sa exciting part pag ganun. But I mean, logistically speaking, now na na-postpone yung well, automatically the whole trial also will be postponed, hindi lang yung pre-trial
Mhm. Yeah.
procedures. I think we said something about the fact that like parang ideally you would want all of these people together. I mean, I was just thinking that kanina lang while you were talking, hindi ko alam kung nakita mo si Zaldico. Di ba marami pala siyang mga air assets? He has like half a dozen mga helicopters, mga ano. You see where I'm going with this, right? I don't know kung
Okay.
kaninong private jet ang ginamit to take Tatay Digong to The Hague, right?
Oh, I think ina-accuse nila si Marcos or Martin.
I'm just
Ano?
saying, if it's maybe we can use his air assets kasi ang dami nila eh. 7, 8. We can put each one of them there para kung sakali lang, safe lang tayo. Baka mamaya mag-ano sila sa loob, di ba? Ay, hindi ako mag-ano. Ikaw lang na.
Mm.
Mahirap na, di ba? Hard to control. I was just thinking, like, just being I'm already, kasi sabi nga nila, di ba, attorney, amateur stock, parang analysis, pero mga expert stock logistics. Kaya kagad logistics ang
Yeah.
ngayon, di ba?
Yeah, actually, for Bato, na-hit na niya yan eh. Sabi niya, magtatago ako sa Senado. When I think he was running or kaka-elect niya lang, and then, I remember parang may binanggit na si Cheese, yes, I will kind of ensure the integrity of the Senate, ganyan. So, naisip niya na yan. So, magtatago ako sa Senado. Kaya lang, I don't know if he will go or if he can go the way of Harry Roque, of hiding under a rock for a long time. Parang nawala na lang sa radar ng tao, di ba?
Bato hiding around the rock. Ano to? Parang yung Russian doll. Yung a doll within a doll within a doll.
Oo,
Kaya
parang
ba yung bato within a...
kitang-kita. So, kaya I think for him, mas better mag-work yung mag-public ka. Kaya lang, there's a risk to that because parang magiging tebe siya, ganun lang. There's a risk to that, so popular. Kaya lang ako, kaya inaabangan ko yung kay Alice Guo, tsaka kay, who was that after Alice Guo? Pero yung Alice Guo, everybody knows her face, di
Cassandra
ba?
Ong ba yan? Ay, mga... Cassie Ong.
Oo, basta, kumbaga, everybody knows, yung huling, at si ano pala, sorry, si Kibuloy, how
Oh,
they
Kibalo.
would,
Yeah, we
if
forgot
there's a
about
warrant,
Kibalo. Yes, yes, Kibalo.
yeah, so if there's a warrant of arrest against you, how would you kind of deal with it? So Alice Guo left the country. Na for me, parang so unimaginable kasi lahat ng tao kilala yung mukha niya. Pero yun pala, pwede kang nga gumamit ng friends, pwede kang gumamit ng private modes of transportation, which could happen kung ako kay Bato de la Rosa, aba, papa-feelers ako kay Zaldi ko. Zaldi, or friends ba sila? I don't
Baka
know.
naman.
Sino ba itong mga mayayaman? Si Curly Discaya, hindi na kaya, no? Tsaka walang helicopter si Curly.
Hindi sila
Si
may
Cars lang.
submarine yata yung
Yan, maghanap siya ng may
Parang Javid,
submarine.
baka may submarine din sila. You never know with this.
So, iyon, maghahanap na ako ng friends na itatakas ako, itatago sa ilalim ng bato. Kasi kung magsa-Senado lang ako, ano ba yun, nagsasuggest pa ako. Pero yun,
Tito
kung
Soto
Senado
is
lang
now in
siya,
charge. But Tito Soto is now in charge, who's not necessarily DDS, at least not DDS anymore. But Tito Soto also had that case with Senator Trillanes, right, where he protected the
yeah,
integrity of institutions. But he could also very argue that, well, the case of Trillanes was really dodgy because he had an amnesty, tapos nawala niyo lang document, hindi na siya
mm,
forgiven. But this guy has an international warrant, Interpol warrant, ibang usapan yan. So, if you're Bato, unless it's a session, you won't feel 100% safe also under the current circumstances in Senate.
yeah. But for me, iba yung tapang, quote unquote. Yung character ni Senator Bato is very, diba, I'll face this head on. And I've heard him say that. Pag dumating yung
Bring
ICC,
it
yeah mo
on.
sila.
Bring
Bala
it on.
sila. Guns a-blazing. Hindi pala sa kanya. Akala ko kasi may sinabi si Tatay Digong na, sige, let them come. Ano to? Hindi nila ako makukuha ng buhay. So, as if a warning na uh, kung nasa bahay, kung sakaling sa bahay lang siya, talaga magkakaroon ng bloodbath.
Kahit
I've not heard that from Senator Bato. And hopefully, when the time comes, harapin na lang niya. Parang yun yung best eh. Harapin na lang niya. Tapos, para magsabay yung kaso nila kay tatay. And I don't know if he can afford. Eh, Naalala ko may issue dun sa mga relo niya eh, na sabi niya, hindi naman ganun kamahal yung watch ko. Lang yung something, kumbaga, financially related kay Bato.
well, he
May
had an
mahal
Omega,
yung,
I think he had an Omega James Bond 007 edition. I
oh
mean,
yan?
it's not,
Sabi niya Seiko daw eh.
nakita ko, I spot, it's not the Alcantara Daytona level, but it's like, it's not basta-basta watch. Ngayon, siguro
Okay,
naging
pero
Casio na siya. Naging Casio na siya. But,
oo, kung ako sa kanya, mag-iipon na rin ako ng pambayad ng abogado. Kasi ang dinig ko, mahal talaga yung international lawyers and not least Kaufman himself. Ah,
walang package deal? Wala bang ganun yung parang,
well, yun nga eh,
o kayo,
actually yun
I
yung
can
iniisip.
30% off yung mga...
Correct, yun yung iniisip ko. Kaya kumbaga, in terms of logistics for the lawyer, I would have preferred halos magsabay kami para pag cargo ni Kaufman, pwede na. Kaya lang, as it appears, hindi pala yata pwede na two-in-one ka.
Ah,
Parang ang sinasabi nila, ang practice, each accused should have their own separate lawyers. Kasi parang, di ba sa atin, uso yung parang yung, which is wrong actually. Na pagsasabihin mo, isa ang abogado nyo, isa ang depensa nyo, isa ang ano, hindi totoo naman din yon. Pero yun nga, baka package deal in terms of the payment. Pero dito, parang mas preferred nila na one lawyer, one client, one lawyer. Para talagang that lawyer will focus on you.
I have someone
So,
in mind. I have someone in mind.
ah,
Harry Roque.
yes, someone
Maybe
was
this is
just
Harry Roque's
waiting.
chance. No, because I don't know about you and me. Ako, I have no idea. But Ronald Llamas was telling me other day, na meron pala siyang time. Chinek daw niya yung TikTok ni Harry Roque. I don't know who bothers to check ata. Pero sa TikTok daw niya, kawawa daw siya, naubos na daw yung funds niya, ganun, ganun. Maybe this could be a win-win situation. Yung isa,
Yeah,
bargain lawyer, the lawyer gets also a way to sustain himself kasi kawawa daw siya. Hindi na siya lucky. Ano pangalan ng Pogo? Lucky 99?
99 ba?
Okay. Kaya yung senador, Lucky Nine, sinabi nila, yung sila.
Oh,
Ano daw, parang Pogo, pangalan ng Pogo. So, I mean, that's such a Harry.
yeah.
Oh, why not?
Yeah. At somewhat, kumbaga, comparatively sa international lawyers, siguro parang mas mababa ng konti. Ano, presyong kaibigan. Pwede.
Yun lang.
Pwede talaga. And for Bato de la Rosa, I would think of yung legal aspects na. And this is where he can come in with his actually Filipino lawyers. Sa Pilipinas pa lang, marami nang sinabi na to. Well, baka naman nagsuggest na ako. Pero sige na nga. You can do the way as Torion and the others have done. Question the arrest, question the warrant, question the etc. Go to the courts first. Ewan ko nga kung baka preemptive, pwede siyang pumunta sa korte ngayon at sabihin niya, bakit ba ako minimension? This is, I don't know, libelous na parang, why am I being implicated in a particular grievous crime? Wala naman akong ginawa. So, he can do it, he can play it cool. Kumbaga, ba't ko kukomentan yung charges? Hindi pa naman ako kasali. Pero akala ko nga, kumbaga may character din si Senator Bato na panikero. Dati nga siya yung gauge ko na kung kinontak na ba siya ng ICC, siya yung unang
Nag-iingay-ingay. Oo.
nagko-comment.
Yung pala, ano lang siya, distraction siya from the real. Tuloy. Nag-relax yung isa. Ayan
Oo.
tuloy.
So anyway, kung magpanic man siya, edi siguro he will be filing whatever he could before the Philippine courts now questioning the ICC. And I'm sure, pretty sure, I'll be seeing their block kumbaga, putting in more resolutions for pressure. Ito nga yung weird. So, expressing the sense of the Senate, ganun yung mga resolution nila, that something, and addressing it to the ICC. You are nothing in front of the ICC.
Tsaka ano,
The Senate of the
cents lang din.
Philippines.
Lucky 9 cents lang yan. Baka lucky 9 lang.
Oo. Tapos hindi po ito tipong, sa Senate, feel ko yan yung mga House of Representatives. Bakit may ganun expressing the sense of the ganito, congratulating, kailangan naka-resolution. Yun yung ano ko na, well, apparently yes, for public record. Okay, oo nga naman. Pero that kind of public record is not a legal argument that you can bring before the court. So it's not a factual finding, it's not evidence, and therefore, the court has no, kumbaga, reason or basis to look at it.
So sasabihin na naman nila, we are a province of the Hague. And I said, wait, ang Hague po ay hindi bansa. Parang probinsya din siya. But anyway, I don't wanna, minsan talaga, um, we're going to the last part of the discussion. I know you're gonna have a long day, attorney, but just the other day we had Donald Trump making this wonderful speech in the United Nations. Nagreklamo siya sa escalator, sa ano kasi nothing works when he goes there. Nagsuggest pa na papalitan yung marbles sa UN. But on a serious note, we saw also an announcement na the US may move. Clearly walang pake si Trump kay Digong, Bato and the gang. Pero may pake siya kay Netanyahu. So it looks like
Mhm.
they're moving towards entity sanctions. So it's no longer just sanctioning people affiliated or even consultants for the ICC, but now the institution itself, right? And because of the recognition of Palestine by major European powers of Britain and France, tensions are building up na naman between the two sides on the whole Middle East issue. Where do you see this going? Because the last time we had the discussion, you were saying resilient pa rin naman ang ICC. They're working
Mhm.
around things. They're already decoupling from US systems, software systems, financial systems. How do you see that going, attorney?
Well, problem is for the ICC, no, they cannot just simply cut ties with anything American related. Many lawyers are Americans, as listed in the court. In fact, in the training that we have, there are some. Kaya hindi siya ganun ka-simple na bagay. What I understand is that they're relying on the international community to quote-unquote protect themselves. So to come together, and the other day parang there was a judge nga who said, well, I'd have to thank states. We need more kumbaga support, not only in terms of logistics, kasi if you really think of logistics, eh di sinong ano ipapalit namin sa Microsoft Outlook? Di pwedeng mag-volunteer yung iba, ganyan. Switzerland has its own platform or a Swiss-based platform which is Proton. So Proton Mail, Proton Drive, and so forth. There could be others who can step in for the kumbaga, private needs of the court, pero mas ang ano nila, we need the political kumbaga, pressure or power. Because if we stand up to, there's only one country so far, the US, and sabihin na natin Israel, who are standing up to them and kumbaga assaulting them. If there are more countries saying, hey, stop it, wag mong pakialaman yan, kumbaga, let the system run. Then the more the merrier for the ICC. That's what they say. I'm also thinking that for the ICC, they have the Assembly of States Parties. So yung Assembly of States Parties, yun yung lahat ng member states ng ICC. Dahil magpinsan ang ICC at saka yung UN in some ways, pwedeng madala yung issue to the other entity. But only tangentially. Sabi nga nila, alam ka naman pupunta ka sa UN, tapos sasabihin mo, hoy, anong nangyayari? Ba't nyo inaapi yung ICC? Pero this was underscored nga na the UN can actually refer as a situation to the ICC. The UN Security Council can suggest na, oh, look into this case, look into it. Kumbaga referred case. The UNSC has as permanent members US, China, Russia, who are not members of the ICC. Not members of the ICC. Kaya parang sinasabi nila, oh, parang ano ba, babaguhin nyo ba yan? Kasi magkadikit-bituka tayo eh. Babaguhin nyo ba yan? So yung international pressure and politics will likely play a role in saying walang pakialamanan sa institution. You can argue it out in the court as to evidence, pero wag niyong pakialaman ng institution. The other institution din kasi that's at risk would be the ICJ, where South Africa brought the case against Israel.
And Brazil, I think, is also joining it, the latest major country.
Yeah, kaya kumbaga, wag niyong pakialaman yung institution, let the process happen, just engage. Kumbaga, don't shoot the messenger, don't shoot the court, maybe engage with the message or the evidence or the allegations.
And then last part, I just want to get, so just to be clear, we have, so September 30, kailan mangyari yung pre-trial?
No,
Sorry.
that's what we wanted.
We wanted,
pa
yun eh. So
schedule.
what are we should wait for announcements on that front? What is our
Yes.
speculation in next 3 months, next 6 months?
Sorry, pero hindi din naabot ng ganon. Okay, from previous cases, yung delay could go on for as long as 1 year. So,
Oh,
yun na
wow.
siguro yung framework. Ganun
Wow.
na yung framework. Kumbaga, in terms of steps, the next step is to rule on the prosecution request to appoint an expert, to have all other parties comment. Then, ako, suggestion ko yun, and probably ganyan ang gagawin ng court, to appoint independent experts. Magwe-weigh in na naman yung two other parties, prosecution and defense. So, step by step by step by step, until sumakses,
To access,
na
yeah.
talagang aabot ng 1 year, probably 2 years. And what they've been telling us though is that this case is one of the quickest, kumaga, turnarounds after arrest. Kumaga, di ba, after arrest, nag-appear agad siya. After appearance, 6 months. Parang, wow, medyo gulatan ng lahat. Kasi sabi nila, meron diyang naaresto many years pa saka nagtuloy yung ICC case. O kaya, kasi nasa bansa sila, hindi pa sinusurrender. Meron namang diretso sa court, pero parang maraming nangyayari, mga 2-3 years pa bago nagsimula yung trial mismo. Kaya mabilis yung ICC case. Kaya parang ako, wow, is that something to be proud of? Na parang mabilis. Although, when you look more closely and think, kaya mabilis kasi the atrocities are so glaring, it is impossible not to proceed on these allegations.
Pantaran
But
talaga.
anyway, we're looking at a year. Max na yung 2 years. Tapos sabi nga nila, okay, fitness to stand trial is actually an ongoing situation. It's dynamic. Pwede ngayon, baliw-baliw ako, hindi ko naalala, pero mamaya okay na. Baka ganun
Yeah,
yung
pag
mangyari.
dumating nila sila Bato and Aguirre, I think pag nagsama na sila, I think it'll be
Oh,
an
may kausap siyang
international.
Pilipino.
Exactly. Maglulutuan sila. Magaling magluto si Bato, di ba? Nag-barbecue
Yeah.
siya, mga ganun. So actually, if it's 1 year or whatever, I mean, that's enough time to use all the Zaldico assets to bring all these people. So I mean, that could be the good news. We can have a reunion for all of them, right?
Yeah.
Group Hague. Mag-group Hague sila.
Oh, group hig
Group
nila.
A. So, it could still happen. I'm happy. And if you're Harry, bilisan na natin yan kasi wala na daw siyang budget. So, kailangan niya ng kliyente. So, I really suggest Bato. Very quickly, last one dito, Attorney Conti. Hindi ito related sa nangyari sa ICC, but I'm sure, if you were here in September 21, right? Hindi na ako natuloy dyan, but I made the most out of my time here. What do you think of the rallies? Because on one hand, grabe, talagang napuno yung EDSA. I never thought I'll see anything like that, like in our era. Diba? Last time I saw something like that was in Hong Kong 2019 when I was covering the mass democratic protest. So I have a sense what 100,000 looks like. And that looked to me like more or less at least 100,000, if not more. Diba? But at the same time, you had those really violent scenes in Mendiola, which got a lot of international media coverage. And I criticize international media. Sabi ko, pansinin mo kami dun sa kapila na peaceful, bakit sila pinapansin? Kinaran ko sa media eh. Diba? Sabi ko, mga,
Siyempre yung controversial.
oo, yun nga ang problema. Sabi ko, papansin lang mga Jejemon na yan eh, di ba? But that's the thing, inatak ako ng DDS because I said na, hindi ko alam, yung sinabi nito pa siya, ano sila, mag candle vigil daw sila. Like, I don't know what the heck is going on there. But
Ito ba yung sunugan?
yeah, like I'm not saying DDS mga yan, but I'm saying clearly hindi ito makabayan or akbayan. Pero inatak ako ng mga DDS gallery, mga ganyan-ganyan nila, mga media-media nila, saying na, Richard is covering up kasi friends daw ako ng makabayan, akbayan. Kasi di ba may mga nahuli ng mga
Yeah. We're helping
aktivista.
out. NUPL is helping out.
Oo, pero hindi sila yung gustong sunugin ng Malacanang. Nang ano lang sila, I mean, the usual activista, no? Siksi, di ba? Hindi sila yung ito talaga yung mga goons na nandun. I don't know what they were up to, and clearly they were not Makabayan nor Akbayan leftist or progressive groups, di ba? What is your read of this situation? This anti-corruption anger and movement, you have seen versions of that in the past, yung kay Napoles, ganun. How do you make sure this time we go in the right direction? Like, kasi yung justice system natin, napaka-problematic din. Ngayon, may magagaling na abogado na naman mga to, pinapa-witness protection pa ni Marcoleta in Vizcaya. I know you have a lot on your plate, literally on that side, but pag uwi mo sa Pilipinas, lalaki pa yung plato mo, di ba? Ang dami nangyari
Yeah.
dito eh.
Well, yeah. So, yung tungkol sa arrests, NUPL was on the ground. I've been monitoring, kasama ko sa GC nung ibang uh, discussions on that. Parang ako, flood of information that I need to figure out. And we've been trying to mobilize more members in the NCR chapter of NUPL. Hopefully, nakatugon naman yung iba. Kaya lang, kumbaga, first, we have to recognize people are angry. Hindi sila makabayan, akbayan, as you said, sila ay mamamayan. They're angry. There may be a few who took advantage of the situation. Ako, the one who, yung nagsaksakan, yung issue noon, parang medyo off the, parang labas na yan sa pinaglalaban. Pero these are people acting viscerally to issues of society. At para sa kanila, issue pang bituka to eh. Usapin to ng pera ng bayan na ginagamit ng iba na binubulsa ng iilan at hindi na nakakarating sa mas marami. Kaya yung galit nag-overflow, we need to look at hindi yung, because you did it in a violent way. But no change or no revolution has ever happened like a dinner party. Na parang, oh guys, okay ba? Would you give up your
That sounds very
your
Mao
hidden
Zedong.
wealth?
That
Parang,
was Mao Zedong,
yes,
right? Sabi
maybe.
niya, revolution is not like,
Yeah, so parang, would you like to give up your stolen assets? Ganon, oo, kasi galit na ako. Okay.
Uy,
Walang
binalik niya!
ganon.
Binalik ni Bryce! Meron na siyang binigay na Lamborghini. I was waiting for that Lamborghini.
But who is Bryce in the whole system, di ba?
Ano lang yan, pero meron siyang Lamborghini Urus na napakamahal na 26 million peso.
So, we need to recognize the anger and act on it constructively. At hindi ito yung panahon na maghiwa-hiwalay pa na, we're not that. Sorry, pero there's this unit that says, uy, wag niyo naman gamitin yung term to refer to this. Parang, no, you're missing the point. The point is, in describing the situation, the only word that we can say is anger, and that there should be, kumbaga, the masterminds to answer for it. If you, kumbaga, turn each group against the other, hindi ito yung panahon. Mamamiss natin yung point. The point is, there are abuses in government. We look at government. Ano yung ginagawa nila? Ano yung powers na allows them to do it? Ano yung repressive actors? And that would be the police. Kasi sabi, maawa din naman tayo sa police. I saw photos, yung mga women policemen nakalagay, we love you. Gusto pa rin namin kayong protektahan. No, we have to look at the entire system. Ano ba yung estado at ano yung ginagamit para i-repress yung tao. Hopefully, hindi ito mauwi. Sorry, pero I think the Million People March, yung Janet Napoles issue, parang hindi nag-work because nothing structural came out of it. Kumbaga, no substantial change. There were a few cases, yes, pero parang on a large part, Janet Napoles, Gigi Reyes, and yung primary primary example natin, Senator Bong Revilla is now back in office. And one thing I'd like to ask him, pinalik mo ba yung pera? Kasi 125 million yung pinapabalik ng Sandigan Bayan. Clearly, hindi man siya guilty, nasa kanya yung pera na to. So, galit-galit na yung mga tao na patong-patong pa yan. Ninanakawan nyo kami, dati ninakawan nyo na kami, ano ba yan? Kaya kailangan masolve yun. I don't think that the ICI simply will answer that kumbaga gutom ng tao para sa katarungan.
But sir, may mga bata kasi na involved dun sa some of the so there's suspicions na binayaran yung iba, binigyan ng incentive system, pinush silang ganon. Basically pinupush sila to get into altercations with the police. Pwede ba kasuhan? Kasi someone should be held accountable because you risk the life of these minors, not to mention the other young adults, right? And teens who were pushed to do some aggressive action based on some of the reports we're getting. Hindi ba pwede kasuhan? Hanapin dapat mga masterminds na to? If ever indeed
Yes. Could be. Kaya yun din yung nagiging, kumbaga, namimiss nga ng mga tao yung point. Behind every act, posibleng merong machinations. And so, yung mga bata na gumawa ng molotov, ganyan, parang bakit nyo ginawa? Kasi po sinabi sa amin you look at who orchestrated or sino yung architects of the case. Kaya sana magkaroon pa ng deeper fact-finding, hindi yung kung ano lang yung nakikita. Parang ang nakita lang, sabihin na natin, international media, nagkaroon ng violence, pero why did it happen? How did it happen? We need to look at that. And with that same kind of thinking, ganun din sa corruption. We look at Bryce, we look at the Discayas, pero they're just, yung kinikwento nila, tip of the iceberg. There's so many other personalities. There's so many other things that have been done.
But
So,
one thing I
dun
want to add,
tayo.
again, I agree. Sorry for cutting because I know you have to go, but I want to really ask you on this because this came out in some of our conversation. One thing that was not there during the whole Napoles time is etong influence ng basically mga influencers, mga fake news purveyors. I mean, this is relevant even to your ICC issue. Obviously, you're not gonna put some of these DDS bloggers dyan sa ICC, but let's be honest, they amplified the message. They created the legitimation narrative around this. They aroused the emotions of people. They basically they dehumanized, di ba? Talagang very Gestapo, like Nazi way. They dehumanized thousands ng ating mga hanggang ngayon ina-attack yung mga pamilya ng mga witnesses. Shouldn't these people also be held accountable? And it cuts both ways kasi napansin ko mga package deal usually yung mga pro EJK yun din ang mga pro corrupt na officials. 'Di ba? Yung ila parang walang katapusan ng kasama ng mga ibang kaibigan natin diyan na parang ay ito nga pro EJK nga noon tapos yung pala in-endorse mo rin pala itong mga kurakot na nahuli ngayon, di ba? Like, shouldn't these people also be held accountable because they created the psychological and information space that allowed for these abuses to happen under these decision makers?
Could be. In the long run, we could look at their involvement. Kasi even in international law and even in domestic law, yung anti-terrorism law nga natin, may
Incitement to
portion about
hatred.
speech. Yes, yung incitement. So, or glorification of something bad, glorification of terrorism, glorification of ganyan. There are laws in place on how to make them accountable. Pero, kumbaga, in the larger scheme of things, ewan ko kung mapapanahonan. Nagkaroon ng TRICOM, wala rin halos na-achieve. Pero for many, and I think this will be a bit difficult because this will look at your current engagement and at your parang educational background and at your community, deplatforming. We need to deplatform these people. Kumbaga, we should listen. It's a little bit different from cancel culture. Kasi yung cancel culture, ano siya, no? Parang ganging up na, ayoko dito kasi ganito. Pero deplatforming is something systematic where you just refuse to listen to someone. And
Take away the gun. Basically, you're taking away the proverbial gun from them.
Yeah.
The gun that
Or
they used to incite hatred and violence and corruption.
Yeah, and we have to do it in a way na yung hindi nakakaalam na you know that you cannot listen to them kasi puro fake news yung ginagawa niya. Talaga? O sige po. So, and turning people to the right channels. Dito kayo makakakuha ng impormasyon. Dito, ito naman yung opinion. So, there's a bit, that's a bit different din na yung facts, huwag kayong manghingi ng facts kay, kunyari, wag na lang. Sabi nga natin, the platform.
Yeah.
Huwag kayong kumuha ng facts.
Name
Huwag kayong kumuha ng facts kay X. Kumuha kayo ng facts sa ICC. This is the website of the ICC. Huwag kayong kumuha ng facts kay Y. Ito yung abogado nila. You listen to the lawyer or to the family. So, ganon sana. But it takes a lot, no? This is media information and literacy. Hopefully, maabot ng konti yung generation na ito na still alive. Pero I know that in schools now, they put a premium on this. So I'm quite hopeful that the next generation will be very literate. They know how to distinguish between fake news and bad speech. So for these people, time will come na sila naman yung focusan. Pero right now, deplatforming ang pinaka-immediate na, I think, solution.
Is that the same thing as yung sinigawan sila Chavit na tsaka si Ipe na nagpakita sila? Pati si Guanzon nandun. Do you think that's
Could
the way
be.
of people like,
Parang,
dyan, dito, hindi ka welcome.
Uyo.
Ano?
Parang, Uyo, nandito ka, okay.
Galit pa si Chavit. Hindi tayo nagkakaisa. Parang, Who you?
Okay.
Klase talaga. On that note, thank you very much. Hindi ko na pag-usapan si Heart Evangelista and all that I like your fashion this morning. Kasi nagda-drama si Heart na hindi siya welcome doon. Baka maganon-ganon. Kawawa talaga, no? Kawawa talaga yung mga elites natin, no, attorney? Parati tayong naawa sa mga maling tao. False sympathy ang tawag ko dyan.
Mm-mm.
Kay Tatay
At
Digong, kay ano, pero hindi tayo naawa sa mga biktima ng corruption, ng krimen, ng patayan. So I hope one day mamulat din tayo dyan. Although I'm very, very positive dun sa Gen Z generation. Marami ko nakausap, mga estudyante natin, yung mga niece natin, mga, mga anak ng mga kaibigan natin. You could see whether it's on the issue of Gaza, whether it's on the issue of extrajudicial killings. Parang sa kanila, parang, yeah, obvious daw. Parang ganun yung position nila. Wala na silang mga pa-ek na marinig mo sa mga ibang generation na mga, alam mo na, yung mga fig leaf of charot. On that note, thank you very much, Attorney Chris. I know I kind of rushed the other part, but I had to smuggle it in because na-miss ka ng mga tao na wala ka dito. I don't know kung menjola ka na for sa but probably you would be welcome either way. Attorney, God bless you. More power to you. Send regards to our good friends. I think yung isang fellow Inquirer columnist ko is there with you, the other great
yes.
attorney. So, there you na, hear me, pero sana soon mag-catch up tayong lahat. God bless. Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Wait, sorry, nag-German pala ako. What's the... Anyway, thank you so much. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you. Ingat.